Hey guys, Uncommon Ramen here again. Today I wanted to take a look at the Versus System 2-player card game, but specifically Legacy. For those of you who are not familiar with the Versus System, it was a trading card game way back when, and the power creep in that game made it kind of fall apart. It became very unsuccessful because they were kind of drawing themselves into a corner, and then it was picked up and relaunched in a newer format where the older cards from the original game could not be mixed. Since their relaunch, they've had the core set. They have also added the Defenders and Guardians of the Galaxy, I believe, and then one other group that I can't remember off the top of my head. And now we have Legacy, and we also have Shield versus Hydra. I think that is the newest one. I picked up Legacy because it adds some level 3 main characters, as well as a whole bunch of new cards for some of the older teams, to kind of give them some, like you would think, legacy support. So let's take a look at what's inside of here. I took the shrink wrap off of everything, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, but the shrink wrap that was on this particular box did say that there was a exclusive promo in here, and we'll get a chance to look at that as well, because it is pretty cool. Oh no. So for starters, we're going to get the rulebook out here, which is more like a rule sheet than anything, which kind of just goes over the addition of the new teammates, the level 3 main characters, the main characters with keywords, these new powerful plot twists that can only be put in a team that consists of only that specific plot twist's team allegiance, as well as cannot be played unless at least 3 characters that are in play share that allegiance. There are some updated cards here. I guess the first printing of Thanos was way too powerful, because they definitely nerfed the gauntlet, and what did they do? It made his level up power tougher. Yeah, so he got a nerf. Fun stuff. If you're not playing in the tournament scene, that nerf doesn't mean anything. You can still play your friends with the OP version, but that's really up to you. And somebody else got a nerf, or at least got an update. I can't remember who it was. We also have an addition of a new Hawkeye and a new Bishop card, both of which will have asterisks marked on their name to indicate that they are in fact different from the original Hawkeye and Bishop, so you can actually play 3 copies of both, and more importantly, you can have both versions of Hawkeye in play without having the uniqueness rule take effect, because they are in fact 2 different people. Then there's the good and evil thing. It's just basically understanding the difference between the good teams and the evil teams. An explanation for stealth, which is a lot like flight, except that they cannot be blocked, whereas with flight, anybody with flight can block them. And it then goes into specifics about the some of the characters and their abilities in here, and it gives you a rundown of the keywords just in case you may have forgotten. So, pretty cool. Let's take a look at the cards, though. I know that's what we're all here for. So, for starters, we're going to take a look at that exclusive promo, which is the level 3 Wolverine main character. This is obviously a alternate art, and it's a promo. I don't know why they added it. It's just a fun little perk. pretty cool art. I love the Sentinel head in the background. And we all know that Wolverine is very OP. So, we have Thor as an addition of a main character. We have his level 1 and his level 2. Then we have Spider-Man as a level 2 reprint for a level 3 character as well. The reason for the update to the level 2 is because they had to add level up text to him so that you could actually get to the level 3. So, level 2 and level 3. And that the way the level 2 works is essentially when you start a game with your opponent, you have to reveal both level 2 cards if you choose to use them to your opponent so that he knows that you have the option to choose which one you're going to use. And once it gets to the point where you are leveling up, that's when you choose whether you're going to use the level 2 that can level up to level 3 or if you're just going to use the level 2 that's the standalone. So it's pretty cool. I like that. We have Falcon. Oh, I forgot the maximum copies in here was 4. I may have said something about running 3 of each copy. I meant 4. We have Agent Peggy Carter. Mockingbird. These are all part of the Avengers team, so these are all additions to the Avengers. Captain Britain, which I believe was part of the Avengers East Coast, or West Coast, my bad, Avengers West Coast. And then these are the plot twists that I was talking about earlier. They're very powerful. You can only play this if you have 3 Avengers characters on the table at the time, and it has loyalty to Avengers, so if your deck consists of all Avengers but one card isn't part of the Avengers, you cannot run this card in your deck. So just be aware of that. Cyclops is an addition to the X-Men. Level 1 and level 2. Wolverine obviously got his level 2, level 3 upgrade, and then here is the promo level 3. It is the exact same card, just different art. Just so we're aware. Then we have Shadowcat. She was probably one of my top favorite X-Men. There was a couple others that I really enjoyed, but Shadowcat was definitely one of those tops. Bishop, and this is where you got the asterisks because this is a different Bishop from the Bishop that is in the X-Men currently. So yeah, you can run both copies, and you can have both copies in play. Psylocke, another one of my favorite X-Men. She was a terrifying assassin. Havoc. Gifted and Talented, the plot twist that is loyal to the X-Men. Oh, and it even says right here what loyalty is. Put this card in the deck if each card in your deck with the team affiliation has X. Basically the X-Men symbol. And you get to draw 2 cards during your build step. Super cool. Guardians of the Galaxy. Drax gets added as a main character, so we got his level 1 and level 2. Then we have Groot getting his level 3. Charlie 27. Martinex. Starhawk. The Collector. I would never have put the Collector... Or I would never have considered the Collector a hero, I guess. I would have always thought he was an anti-hero. He did have that moment in... Well, I guess when he died. In the Fantastic Four? I can't remember which book that was when he had that parasite escape his ship. Might have come back. I don't know. There was a point where he was just going to watch Earth kind of get killed So I don't know if I would consider him a hero, but whatever. You are Groot. We have the villains from the original set. Green Goblin gets his level 3. And then we add on Mr. Ultron. We got Crossbones. The Grandmaster. Mr. Sinister. Onslaught. He was scary. It was a very scary time for the X-Men. And then Steel and Flame. This is one of the ones that they fixed. I do believe Cosmo was in the original Guardians of the Galaxy, but his power was fixed. I think it might have been too powerful. I am not completely sure how they fixed it. Let's see. When Cosmo appears, choose an enemy character it loses and can't gain keyword and superpowers this turn. I'd have to read the original. I'm sure some of you who play this a lot more than I do have a better idea of how that changed. But, yeah. Alright, so next we get to the Defenders with Jessica Jones being added, and I'm kind of excited about that. Jessica Jones is Jewel, for those of you who read the older comics. Daredevil gets his level 3. Misty Knight. White Tiger. Jessica Jones. Sorry. Stick. Very understated. Very understated. Then we have Reality Shift, which is a really disturbing looking card with Doctor Strange and Dormammu and all the fun guys there. I don't know how I feel about that. Then we have I want to say the Brotherhood, but they can't be the Brotherhood. I don't remember who these guys are. But Kingpin gets his level 3, which is really cool. And then Baron Mordo gets his main character-ness. Then we have the Leader. Yeah. Taskmaster. Mr. Hyde. Nightmare. I just want to take a look at this art for a minute. He is choosing to sit in a chair that is either too small or it dips back to a point where his knees are high enough that they almost get up to the armrest here. It just looks incredibly uncomfortable. When I looked at this card, I thought about villains in general, and I just, sometimes I wonder about them. Their choices sometimes don't make sense. And then we have Not Finished Yet. I wonder, is that that can't be the Sinister Six either, because a lot of those characters, I guess, aside from Kingpin, and I don't even think Kingpin was part of the Sinister Six. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I can't remember what that affiliation was. But yeah, so that is that. We have not the Avengers. It was Defenders and why can I not remember that name? I don't remember. Singularity gets printed as a main character in this one, and then She-Hulk will go ahead and get her level 3. This is the Hawkeye that I was referring to before. The asterisks, or I guess stars here, indicate that she is in fact a different character. Squirrel Girl gets her reprint. I'm not reprint. Gets her chance to shine here in this set. She's been getting a lot more popularity. She got a promo in Marvel Dice Masters as well. So I think that's pretty cool. Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen has an incredible power, the Dimensional Wristwatch. Anytime during your turn, you can actually tell your opponent that you are recruiting Spider-Gwen, and as long as she is in your deck, you can search your deck, grab her, and put her in your hand, which I think is an incredible power. We have Crystal, and then we have Monkey Joe and Tippy Toe. Yes, Squirrel Girl. These are tokens, which I think is really cool that they included those. Ready for anything. Then we go on. We have Mystique finally getting, or I guess getting her level 3. And then we have Elektra. This one confused me. I was under the impression that Elektra was a hero. More importantly, I was not under the impression that she was a mutant. And I guess even more important than that is I haven't really followed these comics in a very long time. So maybe there's some backstory that I missed that pushed her to the side of wrongdoing. But she is part of the bad guys now, I guess. Which makes no sense to me. I remember her being a good guy. Calypso. Elektra. Lilith. Hela. Fatal Attraction. And then, obviously, last but not least, Thanos' reprinted cards to, I guess, balance him out. His level up is tougher to get to, and his Infinity Gauntlet is a little less powerful. Like I said, if you're not playing in a tournament scene, really, you don't have to go with these. But for the tournament scene, he has been balanced out. So that is the Legacy versus System 2-player card game. Basically just adds to your deck building ability for the current sets available. As you can see, there was no Shield or Hydra, which indicates that in fact Shield and Hydra is the newest set. I will be picking that up as well pretty soon here, and we'll have a video of that too. Really cool promo card right there. If you pick up Legacy, I believe it comes with, every one of the Legacy packs come with that. I don't know if that's just going to be for the first printing, and then the second printing they won't have it, not positive, but as far as I know, that's going to come in always. So, if you liked the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Maybe leave me a comment down below explaining how Elektra became a baddie. I don't really follow those types of comics. I'm usually, reading Fantastic Four or Avengers and that type, or even DC. And I know I shouldn't mention that when I'm talking about Marvel, but I don't follow Daredevil much, and I don't really follow Elektra, obviously. So give me a comment. All right, that's it, guys. Peace.